Yo, what's up, guys? So I have a replay for you guys, and this is basically a game I just played in Dota, and I've just got back into Dota, you guys. I just played my 5 low prio games, and I'm back in it, and I decided I was gonna have the mentality of being really positive. In my last game, I was really like a positive. I was really communicative, and usually it's not really necessary for me to do that because I have more of a split push strategy, so it doesn't really. I don't really need to communicate unless basically my strategy when I communicate is, especially in a losing game, is I make sure I communicate because if my team doesn't understand what I'm doing, they end up reporting me. So I have to make sure they don't report me. So that's pretty much the only reason why I need to communicate. Um, and basically this game, you guys, I'm gonna show you guys just like it put me to the breaking point of like I just couldn't handle it, dude. Like these teammates, I literally just gave up. Like, and I'll show you guys the point where I just gave up because literally these teammates, like I was trying so hard to work with them the entire game, and they were not doing well, you guys. That's the worst thing in this game is when your teammates just aren't doing well, and they don't understand it. It's like they're not trying to work with you and let you carry them. They just don't. I don't know. They just don't get it. Like, I don't know, man. Basically, basically what was happening in this game, you guys, is Bloodseeker was like proving or something. I don't know. He understood English to a certain extent, but nonstop he would just be speaking Spanish. So I was trying to communicate with him the entire game, but like he wasn't really speaking English. He randomly just started speaking a bunch of Spanish, so it was really hard to communicate with other people. And Blue was raging the entire game also. Like, and then Teal at the end. I think Teal and Blue were like duo-keyed or something, but Teal at the end started raging also. So I'm not really sure like where this game really went bad, but I just want to show you guys like pretty much how my team just wasn't doing well early, and they were under the assumption that like I wasn't really carrying them when in reality I was carrying them really hard. And I'm not even really trying to prove to you guys that I was carrying this game. It's not really that. It's just like this is like just the type of crap you got to deal with in Dota, you guys. It's like just sometimes you just have really difficult games, and this was like one of those games that just really like mentally difficult. This is like one of those games where you play this game and then you stop playing Dota for the rest of the day because you literally mentally just can't handle it. And another thing was this Blue kept trying to tell me I should be pushing the tower like level 7, like when I'm farming in Slardar. Basically, you guys, I was dumpstering the Slardar. I'm at 17 last hits, 7 denies. Slardar's at 12 last hits. Like, he's getting dumpstered right now in lane. But my teammates, they won't understand that. And so Blue already, he looks at top and he sees that he thinks that I need to be pushing the tower or something in his head. That's because about level 7 he started telling me that I needed to be pushing the tower against the Slark, like instead of just like, sorry, I think I call him Slark, instead of just free farming. So the entire game I was literally the entire game I was focused on chat and trying to keep them like in a positive like state of mind. I don't know if it's gonna show chat, but you guys will be able to see. So purple actually does make a good gank here. Like, honestly though, level 5 Bloodseeker gank is pretty questionable, but it ended up working out. So we ended up killing this guy. And this isn't really the point where Bloodseeker starts raging. Like, he's okay up to this point. He hasn't really said anything in chat. He's not really fine. He's fine. He's not really saying anything. I'm literally, these last 2 games I've been so positive, you guys. Like, every single time somebody does something good, I'm like, good job. And like positively, I'm not even trolling this play. I'm literally trying to just positively impact their gameplay so they won't report me at the end of the game. Like, that's my new strategy, you guys. Like, I literally have my entire strategy is focused around staying at low prio. And basically what I'm going to start trying to do is I'm going to try to really adapt my strategy in a losing game to what my teammates want me to do. So if my teammates want me to team fight, I'm going to team fight. I'm going to do what they want me to do, even though I know it's like not the better decision. That's the thing in Dota, you guys. It's not about going for the better decision. It's about staying at low prio. So that's pretty much, I'm gonna start adapting my strategy to that. And this isn't really okay. Purple does a really bad play here in a second, and he's gonna start raging. But his play was so bad. The reason why I'm doing the replay is because I want to show you guys like some of the plays that were made. that were just like the most questionable plays. Purple goes in like 1v4 here, I think, at bot lane. This is the point where the game gets really hard. Okay, so yeah, so watch purple right here, you guys. Watch purple. So purple, in his mind, he's thinking, okay, I'm just going to do a preface. He's thinking that this play he's about to make is a really, really good play, okay? There's clearly 3 here. Like, I don't know if we saw this guy in the brush, but there's basically 3 here. So already, this play is a terrible play. And it's really obvious. Like, okay, another thing that this guy's been doing the entire game is he'll, like, just sit there. He'll sit there for a while in vision. Like, he doesn't have the concept of, like, I'm going to stay out of vision. He just goes for the play. Like, but he'll sit there for, like, a minute or, like, 20 seconds inside vision. So it gives the other team, like, really a lot of time to react. So I don't know if people are TPing bot, but they saw him here just chilling for a little bit. I'm going to go back even a little bit. Okay, so let's see. At this point, okay, they're pinging purple. So they see purple here. Somebody just pinged him. Dark green just pinged purple or blue or somebody. But they see him right here. He's just chilling right here. So what's he doing? Like, why is he chilling right there? If you're going in for this gank, like, you should be, like, way back here, you guys. You should be, like, way down here or something. But instead, he just chills in the vision. Because basically what happens is if you're down here, you can react. Like, you can, and your teammates don't have time to react. Or their teammates don't have time to react. So you can kind of react to the fact that Zeus is going to show up, and you kind of back off. Notice how blue just backed off, because that was the right play. Blue made the right play here. And I think this is kind of what upsets blue a bit, and this is why blue starts raging. Because blue is 0-2 at this point, and teal's 0-2 also. And I told teal at the end, like, he was raging at the end. I was like, dude, your laning phase was god awful. Like, how are you, like? And then he started spam pinging me at the end, and I was like really confused because he failed the lane really hard. So I mean, already they're pretty much feeding. So watch this play, you guys. Bloodseeker thinks he did a really good play here, and he thinks that this was all his teammates' fault. Like, look at this play, you guys. That was just, I don't know what else there is to say about it. And so me being the amazing teammate that I am, I sense like the rage start building. I don't know if you can see the chat, but I sense that my team is about to start getting tilted right now. Like, bot is 0-2, 0-2. So I go in for a play, and I'm just chilling. Like, this isn't really a big deal. Like, I'm just seeing if I can do something. Unfortunately, this Slara is getting free farm right now, which he shouldn't be. Like, I should just be top, just dumpstering on the Slara, but unfortunately I have to make a play here. Alright, I feel the pressure to make a play. At least it would be showing my team that, like, I'm willing to go for it. And I don't know what, well, okay, blue's pretty low, but then honestly, this isn't the best play, you guys. This is not the best play. But I ended up killing that guy 1v3, so it wasn't too bad. And I don't know what happened there, really. I honestly have no idea. But I went 1v3 somehow, like, for some reason, I guess Sardar TP'd bot. And for some reason I was caught 1v3, but whatever. I don't know, you can't see the chat, unfortunately. Because at this point, purple was, like, really blaming, he wasn't blaming me, he was blaming like teal and blue for really sucking. And already I was constantly focused on just keeping this guy's mental state like kind of like to where he's focusing on his own champion. I was like, purple, constantly telling him, purple, focus on your own thing, like, and I just wasn't getting through to him. It was like the most frustrating thing ever, you guys. The most frustrating thing. So at this point in the game's 4-12, so it looks pretty hopeless right now. Their silencer's 4-0, Zeus is 4-0-5, Wraith King's 3-1. The only person that isn't fed is their Slardar, who was in my lane. So that's pretty much like the moral of this game, or the story of this game, is I'm pretty much doing my job, and my teammates aren't appreciating it, and that's fine. I'm fine with them not appreciating, but at the end they blame me, you guys, for this loss. My teammates blame me, and they report me at the end, and I don't even care at the end. Like, I was at a point at the end where I was willing to just let them win, because you're going to see this game gets to a point where we actually end up like working as a team, and I'm like kind of leading them, and then they just lose control. Like, they just completely lose it. So you see right now we got we ended up getting 9 kills here. I'm not really sure. Basically, the entire game has just been this Wraith King is pretty fed, by the way. He's 3-1-4, I think, at this point. He's 3-1-4. He's like pretty fed comparative to like my teammates, but I'm actually pretty strong. I've been farming, so yeah, I pretty much Kill that guy. I got his thingy, and then Bloodseeker comes for a gank, so we kill this guy. I don't know if you guys want to watch it. And this replay system really kind of, it's hard to scroll through, but Bloodseeker goes for the gank, so he gets this, the kill gets split. And so Pink's actually already mad, so I see that, and I'm like kind of trying to capitalize on that bit. I'm like, yo guys, Pink's pretty mad, like just keep being positive here, like, because I'm basically trying to get them in the mindset. It's not even that, like, I actually think this game's winnable at this point, but it's gonna be a hard game. Like, I already know it's gonna be a really hard game, so I'm basically trying to keep my team in the mindset of A, not gonna report the Broodmother because the Broodmother is keeping everyone together, and B, I'm trying to keep my team like actually in a position where we can win. But every time Bloodseeker does something, every time he dies, like I even told him not to be, I told him to back, but every time he dies, basically, it's always somebody else's fault. It's always like Broodmother not helping, or like it's not, or like Blue's not pushing fast enough, or like Orange isn't pushing fast enough, or Orange isn't there. It's always somebody else's fault the entire game. Like no one else is really blaming anyone, but the entire game, all this guy is constantly saying is, it's your guys' fault, it's your guys' fault. And that's starting to like, it's getting really annoying because it's basically spamming up the chat with like useless stuff. And also he's saying like random Spanish stuff. And I don't know if you can't see the chat. It's really unfortunate. All you can see is the all chat. You can't see the ally chat. Maybe it's because I'm spectating from the wrong team. I wonder if I can go over to this team. Player perspective from yeah, even purple wouldn't be bad. I'm actually interested to see his player perspective because he's been doing some of the most questionable things, you guys. I'm not even sure. This play doesn't look too bad. This play, I mean, there's one bot, so this is his player's perspective, you guys. He's like, I'm not moving anything. Like this is his complete. This is his control of the thing, so he's controlling the camera, and actually he's jerking the camera really fast, so I'm gonna turn that off. Oopsies, free camera. Okay, so yeah, there's 3 top right now, and I'm playing really safe this game. Like my team thinks that, basically my team told me at the end that I didn't know how to split push and I wasn't pushing fast enough, all this stuff. But there's constantly, like, the thing about this game, you guys, is that we don't have pressure on mid or bot. So it's really hard for me to split push top when there's constantly the threat of 3 people, 4 people roaming top. And that's pretty much what's been happening. But yeah, we're catching up, you guys. We actually ended up catching up this game a bit. But the Zeus is really strong though. The Zeus got a free farm lane against the Bloodseeker. So I don't really know if there's anything that can actually beat Zeus, to be honest, but he picked Bloodseeker into Zeus, which was like, everyone was really questioning it, the champion select, and I was like just whatever, just have faith in him, because there's really no reason to like question what your teammates do, because all you're gonna do is just make them lose confidence. Which honestly, if it's a player like this player, him not having confidence is actually not a bad thing, because he's actually just, everything he's said the entire game, everything he's gonna say is gonna be toxic. And honestly, if he doesn't have confidence, like, basically, go away. My dog's trolling me right now. If purple doesn't have confidence, that's gonna lead him to be doing like less of the crap he's doing. Like, I'm just thinking from a purely strategic point of view. If this guy's not confident, then it's actually good for the team. Same with blue. If blue is not confident, because you can't see ally chat, but blue is constantly saying these things that he doesn't need to say. Like, he's constantly telling me to be split pushing, and he's 2-5, so he's not doing well. And Teal is also 1-5. He's got some assists, but they didn't do well in the laning phase, you guys. They're not doing well. Like, they're not doing well. Like, that's pretty much it. And basically what I'm doing is I'm farming, and they're telling me that I need to be splitting harder and I need to be pushing into their base. But basically every time I push, someone's going to defend. Like, I can't just go in by myself. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they have TPs and stuff. So this guy's a TP. If I overextend, I get caught. Sarah's going to just use this thing on me, and I'm going to die probably. So, and they have Zeus also. So I have to be really safe this game. And also, Earthshaker has a TP. And I was really pressured into going for some like plays that I didn't want to go for this game, because Earthshaker was obviously gonna echo slam. Like there's one time where he killed me, but I almost got the tower, so it was kind of worth. But yeah, so I'm not really sure. So there was a point like, okay, no, this was actually the turning point. This was like a turning point, I think. I think I made this play. Okay, so check out this escape, you guys. Like, I just want to show you guys the amount of work I was doing this game. So, this was kind of a constant thing where like they'd send multiple people top, but this time they tried to send the entire team top to catch me, and so I don't know what these pings are, but this replay system is really buggy. But at least I mean, honestly, I can't really complain because at least Dota has a replay system. And Dota hasn't even been around for that long, so I don't know. League's pretty much slacking a bit, but so yeah. So there is 3 top. So I thought honestly there would be 5 top even faster. So I thought I was like actually, well no, this is actually okay. So I don't know where they are because I don't have any wards. We have this ward only reveals like stealth. It doesn't actually show anything. Imagine like a pink ward that has no vision but just reveals stealth units around it. So that's pretty much what that ward is. So yeah, there's 5 top here. Actually, I don't even know if this was my doing, really. This wasn't the play I don't think that I'm thinking of. This wasn't the play I'm thinking of. This was a completely different play. There was another play where I had a really nice escape. Okay, I died here and my team... I think I died with the team, though. I think I, like, went for, like... I think I killed Silencer or something. Or I think I almost took 2 out. Let's see this fight again. I don't know what happened, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I think I see Silencer here, so I pick off the Silencer. I think I killed him pretty much all my own. The Silencer's really fed too, by the way. Silencer's really fed. I don't know if I kill him all on my own or not. Maybe do I not even kill him? Okay, so Bloodseeker does a good amount of damage. So I have to switch to this guy. But yeah, this fight's going really well. Their Silencer's really fed. And we got like a good combo. It looks like, honestly, at this point, it's looking okay. Another part of the problem with this game, you guys, is that we don't really have a good hard carry. Like, we have Bloodseeker who doesn't really hard carry like that hard. And, we have Luna, which is okay, but it's not really like a hard carry. Like I would rather have like a troll warlord or something. Like just in our carry, like our carry lane kind of fed too, so he's gonna be really even weaker than a normal Luna. So I don't know. Like I would rather have a better hard carry, but whatever. Like it's fine. We're in this position, so just gotta deal with it. I wasn't really thinking that in game, but like looking back on it, that's part of the reason why the game was so hard. Aside from the fact they fed. Okay, so here's the time where they go 5 for me. Again, they keep sending 5 top because they know that like no one's gonna pressure bot, no one's gonna pressure mid. My team doesn't really have the ability. They don't have the heroes that it takes to be pressuring bot or mid, and we don't really have a good split push team, and we're losing. So it's really hard to team fight because when you're losing, it's hard to team fight. Like that's pretty much it. They have more items and stuff. So yeah, at this point they popped like you couldn't see it there, but they popped like 4 dust. There's another dust. They popped another like 2 more dust up here. Like. They spent like 300 gold on dust just now, I think. Let me see. I don't know. It's really hard to scroll. Like, I want to see another one. I remember they popped a dust like right here too. Another dust, like just dust everywhere, you guys. Dusts are going out. Like this guy probably popped a dust right here. I bet. Someone else popped a dust over here somewhere. And it wasn't this guy. Maybe not. There's a dust. So that was 2 dusts right there. I just saw it. And I'm pretty sure they popped another one too. Maybe it was just 2. But yeah, so they actually see me up here. I'm not really sure how they saw me up here. But so yeah, so this fight, like we have really good vision, so this fight is actually really good. And I'm trying to pick good fights like this where they overcommit. And this fight ended up being not even as good as it could have been because purple wasn't even there. So that fight actually, well, I think actually we ended up turning a bit. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Yeah, purple actually did pretty good there. He could have gone in earlier, like he could have been there earlier, but whatever. And then teal shows up. That's pretty good. Okay, so get this guy. So that ended up 3 for 3. I thought that was better, but we honestly didn't fight that like very well. We had complete vision of them. We had like Sand King ult, so I don't even know what happened there, but whatever. And then I'm not really sure the point. Okay, there was another point where like this was like a big problem that I had mid game was my team. Okay, basically they sent 5 top, and my team could just rushed up mid and then just gone for a tower. And I want to show you guys that play. And that was the major play where like I was like, what am I dealing with here? Like they went for Roshan instead of going for mid, but they ended up killing like three, so it wasn't too bad, but it was still like a pretty obvious play. And, like they basically they just weren't listening to my leadership. Like I was constantly trying to tell them where to be, constantly trying to tell them what to do, and Purple was just literally the entire game just spamming chat. So it was really hard to communicate with anyone because he was just spamming chat with nonsense. No strategic value in anything he was saying, just constant nonsense. And see, they keep pinging top. Like I can't push top here. There's three people top, and Blue kept telling me like there's so many opportunities that I should have taken to push top. Like there really wasn't any opportunities at all. Because there were constantly the pressure of 3 people, 4 people in top. Look at all these wards too, you guys. Look at all these blue wards they have. This is an example. This basically just shows you guys that the only pressure that was on the map was me. That was the only pressure. They were willing to spend all this money on all these sentries. There's like 1,000 gold worth of sentries on the map right now. Look at all these sentries, you guys. There's so many sentries right now. These are all just for me, just to try to catch me. Like, this is what I'm dealing with, you guys. This is why I can't be pushing as hard as my team wants me to push, because there's so many sentries. Like, and even trying to deward that, like, I'm probably just going to get ganked by 3 people. It's just not something that I can do. Oh, I get my item here, so that's why I'm just chilling. I just picked up my Soul Cuirass. So, yeah. Okay, let's just fast forward to the one fight. There's the one fight that, like, went... Okay, so this is the fight. So I'm like, okay... Here's what I'm thinking right now. Okay, so the other team sends everyone top basically. So I'm like, yo guys, let's push mid. And they end up going bot for some reason. Like I have no idea why they went bot. Like, okay, they didn't even go bot actually. They went to Roshan first. Okay, so this is how much time we had to react, you guys. This is how much time we had to do this. Okay, so I'm actually even gonna go back a little farther because there was even more time. So this is the time where this is just an example of my team just not listening to my leadership and not following my leadership at all, which was really frustrating because they didn't have any clue what they were doing. Like, it's fine. I don't mind following orders, but, like, they literally had no clue what they were doing. So I was trying to be, like, the positive leader for the team, which it was working out. It was kind of working out. Like, they weren't really listening, but I was at least... Well, okay, I'm 6'3" right now, and I'm pretty much like pressuring. I'm just applying pressure. Like I'm not really giving too much leadership. But if you look at this play, okay, so they go for Roshan. They were all the way here. We saw them 5 top. They went for Roshan instead of going for mid. And their response to me saying they should have gone mid was they have an Earthshaker. But if you look at what Earthshaker does in this play, like actually I end up screwing up here pretty bad because I don't know. I end up messing up this play here. But basically, they're scared to push against an Earthshaker by himself, and instead they want to do. Look at what they do afterwards. They sit at Roshan. This is their kind of thought process. So I ping mid, and then I just want to watch like the direction they go. So we see there's 4 tops. So what do they do instead of pushing? Instead of going for the push or something, I ping mid. So I'm like, okay, I'm making an executive decision. I'm gonna transition on mid. What do? They dust into Roshan pit. I think what happens is Zeus uses ulti, and I don't know why he even flashed up there, but Zeus uses ulti, and he sees them, so they're like, okay, we can't do Roshan, so let's just go back to the jungle while there's 4 pushing top, or like 3 pushing top, or 2. I guess there's just 2 right now. There's 3 pushing top, 4 actually. So there's 4 top, and then what do they decide to do? Oh, we're not gonna do Roshan, so let's just go back to the jungle and let's just do nothing. So that's pretty much their mentality, and like we could have easily pushed up mid here. There's only Earthshaker, and okay, the thing is, if Earthshaker goes on me, like, okay, I actually messed up here. I didn't BKB, and I could have used my armlet too, but my team wasn't even here, so it was like, what the hell is going on? Like, we could have easily rushed up mid. That was just a terrible, like, that was a possible play that we could have done that was just like really terribly executed, but it actually worked out okay because I think they ended up picking people off here. So it wasn't all that bad, but it was an example of like a play that we could have easily got our racks off of, but they just weren't paying attention. And like I could have silenced the Earthshaker, like it wasn't a big deal. If he goes for me, like as long as we're not clumped up, it doesn't matter. Like if he goes for me, I can BKB or whatever. I didn't BKB. Maybe it was out of frustration. I don't know, but I was really frustrated that my team wasn't with me there. But yeah, so and the game isn't even that bad, but and then it turns to a point where, okay, where does it turn bad? I don't think it was even at this point yet. Okay, it actually is coming up pretty soon here. So basically, in this, okay, I remember this situation. I remember being in this situation because I just played the game. So in this situation, like, basically, Blue was explaining to me that I need to be split pushing harder or need to be team fighting. And so I was like, it's fine, we can team fight. We have no vision, so it's whatever. Like, and Orange was explaining how they've been dewarding everything. And basically, when you have no wards on the map and the enemy team is dewarding everything, it's because they have good pressure on the map. And I don't know what's going on with that guy. Okay, but they have really good pressure on the map, so it's really hard for us to be able to have vision because they have a lot of pressure. And so at this point, okay, I think it was actually even earlier that I was just like, screw it. But I don't even know what happened here. I kind of want to see how this team fight plays out. Does this guy have ulti? He doesn't have ulti. Did he use his ulti, I wonder? See, like, my mentality, I think, right here is that I was like, screw it. My team can defend. They can defend, and we can maybe get a Rax. If not, like, I don't even care at this point. Because I was trying to communicate with them for the entirety of the game, and it just wasn't working out. Like, they just weren't communicating. And so I don't know why he didn't use his epicenter and try to, like, initiate a play. But it doesn't even look like epicenter is going to be a thing here. So he could have epicentered way earlier. I don't even know. Now he's no mana for epicenter, and I don't know when he used it. I guess he just died without epicentering. So that was a major problem, you guys. Okay, so yeah, you can see when he talks in all chat. And so yeah, I just pretty much lost it. Like, I was like, I'm done with you. Like, I don't care. And honestly, if they would have fought that well though, they could have held it off, like, at least for a little longer. At least buy me some time to split, because basically my mentality in this part was like, they're way ahead, so I'm just gonna try to split. Partly it was like, I don't really care if we win or lose, and partly it was just like, I'm gonna actually try to have some kind of strategy, because it was really hard to like actually communicate with like Purple just spamming nonstop. Like, no one else was really like communicating at all, so it was just like, I was just constantly like, good job guys, like, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. And no one was really like saying anything. Like, everyone's just kind of, the only thing that people would say, like, occasionally Blue would be like making some offhanded comment, like, that had nothing to do with anything. And then Purple would constantly be like, he would constantly be dying. He would constantly be like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Blah, blah, blah. All this crap. So I think I end up dying here. But I think Earthshaker actually does kill me here. Maybe not. Oh, I think it was maybe Zeus combination. I guess they all backed, so I think I do die here. I don't know if I got the Rax. I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't get it. So yeah, I was just like, screw at this point. And then I just pretty much just YOLO'd it. Constant please report Brood. Teal was saying the same thing. Teal was saying please report Brood. This guy's like, okay, we'll report Brood. It's all good. Even though, like, I was the one holding the team together for most of the game. Like, I was pretty much initiating every single play that would, like, go work in our favor. It was because of me. Like, and you saw the second I started split pushing, like, they would just, everything would fall apart. They couldn't do anything on their own. Like, they were all dependent on if I was there or not. So yeah, Teal's just constantly pinging. I don't even care at this point. I'm like, screw it. And Teal was explaining to me how, like, I was bad in chat, like, all this stuff. And he failed the laning phase so hard. He died 13 times, you guys. 4, 13, 6, 13. Like, there's so many problems on our team. Like, and it's just, I was overlooking everything. I was overlooking all the problems up until the end. Then I was just like, screw it. Like, so yeah, this game was like a really, and I was pretty much AFK here. But this game was just like a really like hard game. This is what, like, one of those games where, like, it's really hard to like actually deal with your teammates, and it's really hard to like keep your sanity. So this is one of those games where, like, I literally cannot play another game today. I mean, it's actually like 3 AM right now, so I'm done anyways. But it's like, I literally cannot play another game because I don't have the physical energy to, like, I'm completely spent after this game. Like, I use so much energy to try to like drag them through the early game and use communication, because when we started the game, I don't know if you guys remember, but the early game started We were 4-11, and dragging your team through this hard of an early game is really like mentally draining. Like look at Luna, 0-4-1. So basically this means that there's gonna be no pressure on bot. Like there's gonna be no pressure anywhere, and just a mentally draining game. Like I had to worry about so many things this game. I had to worry about what I'm gonna do, what my teammates are gonna do, how I'm gonna like physically help my teammates. And this is honestly, because the thing is in League it's different because you don't really have to like appease your teammates as much, but in Dota you have to really sit there and like make your teammates happy or you're gonna get reported. And honestly it's better to communicate on some level, but like games like this there's really no purpose of communication because you have players that are just blocking everything out, like, and they're completely oblivious to anything, any kind of communication. Like when you have a player just constantly blaming other people for like their mistakes, there's no reason to communicate with them. Immediately mute them. There's no reason. The only thing you need to do is you need to try to, in Dota, you need to try to make sure that you don't get reported. But I mean, I honestly get reported a lot because I don't know. All this, well, basically, I'll get reported for split pushing. Like that's the main thing. Like all this split push, and I'll split push at like the wrong times. Apparently, to my team, like my team will say like I'm split pushing at the wrong time or something, and I'll get reported. That happens a lot. So I don't know. So I'm trying a new approach basically, and I find that this approach takes a lot more energy. But I don't know. Who knows? It might work out in the long run. I won my first game, and then this game happened. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, I thought I'd share that game with you guys, and maybe just let you guys know that you're not the only ones that are having problems in these games. And yeah, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. You just gotta fight through the pain, and that's pretty much it. In games like this that are like 9-17, like the score is just so bad. It's a hard game. It's gonna take a lot of energy to win. We could have won it, but in the end, it just didn't happen. So yeah, it's whatever. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. So yeah, peace out.